In order to turn on the grids so that you can see them in Photoshop, you're going to go up to View, down to Show, and over to Grid, or you can hit Command apostrophe, and that's going to pull up a grid on your screen. To change the way the grid looks, we are going to go over to the Application menu, the Photoshop menu here, go down to Settings, over to Guides, Grid, and Slices. And this is going to give you the preferences, the settings for the different guides, grids, and slices. Under Grid, I have my grid set to yellow so that it's easier to see on the screen. And I have it set to solid lines so it's easier to see on the screen. Because we're working in print, I have the grid line set to inches because I'm going to be working in inches. Grid line every 1 inch. And the subdivisions are how many smaller grids are within the bigger grids. So I have 4 subdivisions so that I can measure things in quarters of an inch. Generally, when you're printing out something on a letter-sized piece of paper, you want to have a border or margins of at least 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. So it's nice to have those squares. So I'm going to leave this at yellow and leave all these settings the same. If I zoom in, you can kind of tell that there are 2 different, there's thick lines and then the dotted lines are the 1/4 inches. So this particular grid is going to allow me to start lining things up a little better. I have actually already made a less weak version of this poster here. It's obviously not done. It's not supposed to be done. But I wanted to show you how we can use the grid to align our things so that they are a little less chaotic. So in this case, we have elements that are touching the edges or almost touching the edges. We have elements that are different lengths apart from each other. These 2 boxes are less than 1/4 inch, while these are about 3/4 of an inch. There's a lot of space here and less space here. So really we just want to kind of sort everything and arrange it so that it's nicely laid out. So I'm going to temporarily just turn off our images. I did that just by clicking and holding and then dragging down. Okay, turn off our images, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off our text too, so we just have these boxes. And since we're working with a yellow grid, I'm going to give us a temporary solid color background that is black. So hopefully that'll be a little bit easier to see. Now, if I look at my 3 rectangles, these are basically all the elements of my layout here. The title and the 2 pieces of information. And I can see that this rectangle is almost touching the edge. This one is like a 1 1/2, 1 1/8 from the edge, and this one is about 1/8. So in general, we want somewhere around either 1/4 inch, so 1 square, or a 1/2 inch of space around the edges. Then we want to look at the space in between, because I have 3 elements. I want them all to be equally spaced. So 1, 2, 3, that's 3/4 of an inch. 1, 2, 3, that's 3/4 of an inch. And you can also resize so that they're all about the same size. If I select one and go over to my properties, for this, I can see that it is 5.2 inches by 2.27 inches. So I'm going to just change that to 5 by 2.5, and I'm just going to change it for all of them. You don't necessarily have to have these all the exact same size, especially if you have a lot of text in one, but it's a good idea to start with similarly sized elements. Remember that repetition is one of our key layout principles as well as one of our visual design principles. 2.25, there we go. So now these are all the same size. And now that I have these a little bit better lined up, I can start thinking about where I'm going to put my title. I'm actually going to move all of these down. And just sort of scooch everything over. And then I can start turning my text back on. So figure out where all the text goes. And when you're aligning your text with boxes or with other pieces of text, you want to make sure that that is aligned on a grid as well. So if I want this text to sit 1/4 inch, then I want to make sure that there's at least one box of space around all the sides, which might mean that I need to not do that because that's not what I want. But I might need to center it a little bit more. You can see these pink lines that pop up right about there. Those are guides from Photoshop letting you know that that is the center of the shape that you are aligning your text to. You can also see that it shows when you align your baseline of the text, which is the bottom line, to the grid. It will also give you lines. So I'm going to change this font because it is nigh unreadable. And I do not want Apple symbols because that is not a font. We'll do Adobe Clean. I also squished this down, so I'm going to fix that. Okay. Other options, if you don't like having the grid there because it's distracting for you or you just don't want to use it the whole time, we can hide the grid and instead we can use guides. So you need to have your rulers turned on for guides to work. So you'll go View and check Rulers or hit Command R. You'll want to right-click your ruler and set it to inches because we're working in inches. And then in order to make guides, all you need to do is click on your ruler and hold and then drag down. And you can see that the guide lines up with the ruler on the right-hand side here. Excuse me, that's the left-hand side. So that's 1/4 inch. That's 1/2 inch. There we go. That's 1/2 inch. And then I can put another one down here. That's 1/2 inch. And then if I drag from the left-hand side, I can get my verticals at 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. And now I can see that my title is getting into my space at the top, so I'll move that down. I could line it up with the sides if I wanted to, like so. You can put as many guides as you want. You can really start adding them in there. You can also change the color of the guides in the same settings as your grid, so guides, grid, and slices. Canvas guides, I have mine set to cyan. You can also make them dotted instead of a solid line. To delete a guide, you just need to click it. It will highlight in a color that's not the color it already is, and then just hit backspace or delete on your keyboard. If you need to move a guide, you just click it and move it. You'll want to click probably somewhere off the edge, like so. To hide your guides, if you're done with them, you just go to View, Show, Guides. All right, so that's grids and guides.